Camera operator, we need you to move the camera. Please.
Should I unplug it, plug it back in?
Oh, there it comes. It's moving.
Hello.
It's moving.
Hello, hello.
It's moving.
We're here.
I got all my helpers as well. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
We apologise for the delay. We were dealing with some medical stuff this morning. Nothing too major, but you may have read on our social media about a kitten called Spirit, and we have her in the nursery now, and she's kind of having a lot of issues, so she may need to go to the vet today. And there's another kitten that was rescued yesterday, I think, that needs some eye surgery, that's going to the vet today. And also poor Mr. Gilly, Mr. Gilder is having an issue today. He's having trouble going to the bathroom again, so we're going to send him to the vet this afternoon. So that's what's been going on this morning, so that's why it's a little bit delayed. Excuse me, little one. Anyway, let's get right to it. First question is, why haven't we seen Freddie?
Oh.
That's from Core West. Very good reason why. Poor little Freddie. I think some of you saw that he was attacked by a kitten, by Nick.
Mr. Nicholas.
Nick attacked him, and so it's been really tricky trying to bring Fred here, and I can't do my work and watch him all the time and watch the kittens with him. So if I do bring him, he needs to be leashed up by my desk so that he's not wandering around and annoying the kittens. Well, actually, he doesn't really annoy the kittens.
No, they seek him out.
And
they're out
the
for
other
blood.
issue we have is with Miss Coco, because I'm not sure how she would be with him. But I mean, we'll try. He'll be here tomorrow, just so you know. So we'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. Miss Coco is, that's kind of one of my other questions. There's a lot of questions about Coco. The reason why we have to put her away in a suite is because she's pretty aggressive. She doesn't like any of the other cats. She tries to attack them.
And we think it has to do with her limited vision.
Unless it's Corby.
Yeah, she loves
Who
him.
she's in love with, and it's unrequited love, unfortunately. But yeah, Miss Coco is pretty aggressive with the other cats. She's even attacked Mellow. She went for Blair.
Blackbird.
Yeah,
Basically all of them.
she doesn't discriminate. We
No.
thought at first it was just the kittens that were annoying her, because they move fast and she can't see them coming. But no, she just doesn't like any other cats. So we're going to try and get her a foster home or an adopter as soon as possible, because she's really, really sweet.
She loves people.
She's a lovely kitty, but she just doesn't like other cats.
And she was from a hoarder, right? So maybe that's why.
Yeah, she came originally. She was held at the shelter as an evidence cat, they call them, when they come from a hoarding situation. So it's interesting. She came from it could have been a hoarding of things and not a hoarding of animals.
Sure.
But usually hoarders have a lot of animals. So whether that was why, I don't know. She's kind of done with lots of other cats. Don't know.
Fair.
But yeah, obviously she came in pregnant as well, and so yeah, she had lots going on.
So adopt Coco.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find my other Coco questions.
Coco, your face is getting so cute and big.
So that answers my Coco question, and then there was some more questions about her. Let me see. I think somebody asked how old she is. Where are we? Bear with me, sorry guys. Got questions. Yeah, Penny asked how old Coco is. It's interesting because when she was first looked at, they considered her a geriatric mum, which is really sad that she gave birth when she's, a senior. That's not fair. And but then when she went in to get spayed, the vet said she's between 2 and 5. So we really don't know how old she is. It's really hard to tell. It would be unusual for her to have cataracts at age 5.
Yeah.
Normally you don't get them at that age. But this is, she came from a hoarding situation. Who knows what went on there? But she can see. She doesn't need any surgery on her eyes. She just has cataracts. So we don't really know how old she is. It's very difficult when cats are kind of over a year old to know how old they are. Because usually you can tell by their teeth. You can tell when they're really old because their eyes get kind of like little flecks in them, and they might have really bad teeth. But even then, you can have a young cat that's been out on the street on a bad diet and has bad teeth. So it's really difficult to age adult cats. Hopefully that helps with those questions. Any plans, this is from Core West as well, any plans for the romper room camera to be fixed so it's not blacked out? We have been in touch with Explore about that situation. And we don't know. Basically it's up to Explore to fix whatever's happening. I did have a look today. I noticed that the camera came on around 4 a.m. So it wasn't all night, which is strange. I don't really know why. So I don't know what happened. We have not touched anything to do with the timer or the cameras. So it may never be fixed. We don't know. It's done by phone. What does that mean?
He's trying to do an emergency call. No emergency calls.
So yeah, I don't know when it's going to be fixed. Sorry, that's an Explore question. I will check back in with them today and find out if they have any closer to figuring it out. Obviously, if it's dark in here, you can always look at the other cameras.
True.
Okay, what have we got here? Annette is asking. She wants an update on the tiny kitten that was brought to KR in a plastic shopping bag and thrust at me at the gate. I don't have an update about that kitten. All I know is that kitty went to a foster. So I can check in with the foster and find out what happened. She's probably been adopted by now. That was a while ago. But hopefully she's been adopted. Excuse me. And then Annette would like an update on nursery favourites. Olive, Mojo, Endora and Cupid William. Olive and Mojo are doing fantastic. I'm in touch with their foster all the time. She loves them. Olive is doing better than Mojo. She was telling me yesterday she had some visitors come to the house, and Olive stayed out with them the whole time. She didn't hide, and she hung out with them, so that was really good. Yeah. And then I can post pictures of Olive and Mojo later on, so you can see them. But Mojo unfortunately went and hid, so he's still the shy guy.
But he does love her other cats, and he loves her.
Yeah, and I mean he's doing great. She loves them. She loves them, so they're doing fine. Endora, I haven't been in touch with a doctor. Oh, I actually I had a card yesterday from her. And just saying that they love her so much, she's perfect, and I am overdue a visit. I know I have to go and visit her.
Yeah.
I will report back. And then Cupid/William, I haven't heard from his adopters in a while, so
no news is good news.
Yeah, so we will check in with them, of course, and let you guys know if we get pictures, and we'll post them. Okay, questions about the Arcadians from Rosie Cat's mum. Has Gilly had his spa day yet? No, he has not. He was due to go this week for his spa day. I'm not sure if I have already told you guys this yet, but he is what is known as a crypt orchid. He only has one testicle, and the other one is hidden, or if he does have one, it's buried. And so that makes it more like a spay appointment rather than a neuter. And the vets prefer them to be a little bit older when they do that, because they have to go kind of digging around inside. So I've delayed his spa until I think it's January 13th. So that's the next date that he's due to go. So we'll see if they think he's big enough then he'll be fixed then. And once that's out of the way, will he and Fina remain in the nursery Actually, Fina is being adopted by my wonderful caretaker, Sydney. Sydney is getting Fina for Christmas.
Yay.
So she's going to adopt Fina, and so Gilly will probably just end up being in the nursery until he's adopted.
Gilly is very social with the other cats, whereas Fina's not so much. So I think Gilly will be okay.
And then any news on Drachma and Vice? I did have an email from their foster yesterday. He sounds like he's really attached to them.
Aww.
Because he hasn't listed them online yet as being available, so I think that could be it. Maybe it's a foster fail, who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, he loves them, so they're doing fine. Arcadia has not been adopted yet. She gets a lot of attention at Tailtown, but she has not been adopted yet.
She was on the news.
Yeah, she was on the news. They're running a competition right now, and she was in the lead. She had the most votes. So, yeah, so she's doing fine. She's doing well. And then she says, please give Gilly a Christmas kiss from me. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem because we love him. He's a sweet, sweet boy. He really is. Hello, you. What's you doing? I've got so many helpers. Okay, a couple of Corby questions from Nikki, a cam viewer in England.
Oh, wow.
She's watched the cams for a few years and just recently noticed that Corby is very interested in the Puffs food and will eat it if he sees an opportunity. Does he?
Sometimes.
I mean, sometimes...
Mostly the crumbs around.
Sometimes it's usually they're just cleaning the plates. They don't... I mean, you've seen the Puffs eat. They don't really usually leave anything. But, yeah, he's usually just cleaning the plates. I don't know that anything's changed, whether that's a new thing. I don't feed the Puffs regularly, so I'm not sure about that. How is he faring with his new admirer? Interesting. He kind of doesn't really pay her any attention. He ignores her.
Runs from her.
But, as I said, it is unrequited love. Bless. And if he has had some behaviour changes, it's because I'm not sure whether Ow!
Oh, Pebble.
Whether you guys were aware, but he had almost all of his teeth extracted last year. And he had a mouth issue, and he had a lot of work done on his mouth.
That's why he's always blipping.
He's always blipping because he only has 2 teeth left. And he kind of, I think because he's not in any pain anymore, he doesn't seem to be as aggressive as he used to be. And he seems to have mellowed out. It could be just mellowed out in old age. I don't know, but
Old age of 4.
yeah. Peps, you're being kind of crazy. Okay, and then she says the CH grey kitten with orange in the stripes. That would be Iris, right?
Oh, maybe.
Orange in the stripes, would that be Blossom?
Oh, Blossom.
She's often active on the pink mats. Ow!
Maybe Blossom.
Don't
then.
bite! No, don't bite my feet.
Or maybe Iris.
Anyway, she said she saw her splay her legs and briefly take one step.
Oh, probably Iris. I've seen her do that.
Oh yeah, she does go on the mats more.
Yeah.
Have you seen any improvement with her? Do you think she will develop further? I don't think any of the 4 OG CH girls will improve. They are so severe with their CH that I don't think they're going to improve. I mean, we can certainly try, but I think the improvement you've seen with the other guys is really because they are younger.
Yeah.
And they're still growing, still kind of figuring things out. And these guys, I mean, they're like 6 and 4 years old, so I don't think they're going to improve. But who knows?
Bubbles has definitely become more mobile lately. Like she goes further out away from her bed than she used to.
And she's also asking if Daniel still works here. Daniel does not work here anymore. He's moved on to other things, so that's why you haven't seen him.
And we wish him the best.
Yeah. So yeah, she's kind of changed a little bit. Bubbles has changed a bit since Daniel's been gone. I don't know whether that's because she's missing him. We don't really know. But her personality has changed a little bit. Maybe because she's not getting as much attention. Don't really know. So that's the answer about that. Okay, from Cindy. Cindy, who has Taylor and Mama Rose.
Hi.
Hi, Cindy. She's asking, when kitties in Romper Room are ready for adoption, what factors determine where they go next? AC versus nursery versus Tailtown. It's really a space question. You know, who has room? Because often the adoption room is full, and there's often a waiting list as well for fosters to get their kittens in. There's also a long waiting list at Tailtown.
And they have to be 4 months old to go to Tailtown.
Yeah, Tailtown is a bit stricter with their entry requirements, but also, you know, we have to think about where would the kiddies do best. Sometimes putting them in a new environment is not great for them. So that's really, it depends on the space. And then she asks, are potential adopters thoroughly screened in the same way as they are for adoptions from the nursery and romper room? Yes, all of our adopters go through the same screening process. So they fill out an application form, and then we do a home visit, which is usually done virtually by video. Every now and again I might do an in-person one if they're local, and it's maybe for a kitty that's been at us for a long time. I might do an in-person home visit, but usually you see everything you need to see on the video check. So, and then if they're all being well, then they come and collect the kitty. Oh, Mama, I can't get to my questions. Excuse me.
That's okay.
You listen, Lena?
I have a few on here as well.
Okay. Go on then.
Any news on Luca and Jax?
No, but they have an Instagram account, don't they?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh no, they don't. No, their owners do.
Oh, okay. But they post about
Yeah.
that? Okay.
So I can put their Instagram account in there. They don't post too much about them, but no, I mean, last I heard, they're doing great. They love them. Yeah.
Have we received any updates on the rockers? Angel, Turbo, Starbreaker, and Rocker. This is from Cindy and
Okay, so interestingly, we see Rocker and Turbo's mum every day because Turbo has FIP, and we've been treating her since, well, she's only got a week to go of
Oh,
treatment.
wow.
Yeah, I did her treatment yesterday, and she's doing great. It was interesting. Her FIP diagnosis was really hard. They didn't know what was wrong with her, and just by process of elimination, they kind of figured out that it probably is FIP. So we started treating her, and her mum lives really close to us, so she was happy to come by every day. So she brings her every evening without fail, and we do the treatment on her. She's doing great. She's responding really well, and so far Rocker has not had any symptoms, so hopefully he won't get it either. But yeah, so she's doing well. The other two, I haven't been in touch with their doctor in a couple of weeks, so I don't know what's happening with those.
Gracie Kyle wants to know, is Bramble's low weight any cause for concern?
I don't think so.
Her weight only dropped that one day, and then the next day
It's
she
back
was
up again
back
now,
up.
yeah.
So just a 1 day off. She was just letting Pebbles kind of pick
Pick
up.
up.
Yeah.
They're all kind of similar weights, I think, now.
They are. They're all over 2 pounds now.
Yeah, I mean, they're booked in for spay and neuter, but not until, I think, mid to late January. I've got appointments for them. It's kind of really hard to get appointments still for spay and neuter, but that means we have them longer.
Yeah, and their feeding schedules changed to 8 hourly, so you'll notice we're coming in at different times now.
Yeah, because they're so big, we don't need to feed them as often.
Mm-hmm.
And Mama seems to be doing better. She's not quite as lumpy as she was.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mama. I'm so glad you weren't pregnant,
I
right?
know.
God. Okay. And then Johan is asking, how do potential adopters find their way to kitten rescue? I don't know. How do they find
I don't
their way?
know.
We have really good social media. We post all of our adoption events every week on social media, so hopefully they find us that way. And if you go and do a search online, so if you go to Google and search kittens Los Angeles, we are the very first search that comes up. So that's really good. The algorithms are in our favor, and yeah, we haven't paid them to do that, but yeah.
And we're on Pet Finder too.
So yeah, so when you post online, it automatically posts on our website, and it posts on Pet Finder and Adopt a Pet at the same time. So we're all over the place. So, and we are the biggest cat rescue in LA.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Hi, you guys are crazy. So I think that's how they find us. As I say, sometimes it's word of mouth. Yeah,
Could be.
previous adopters will usually come back to us. Oh, don't chew that! Don't chew my sweater! No, 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 no!
You're so cute.
Okay. And more questions about Peril's weight. Are you concerned about Bramble's weight? No. Camera. Any bonding? Like, I guess, bonding between these guys? Any obvious pairings?
Not that I
I don't
can
think so.
can tell. No.
I actually had somebody at the weekend who was in love with Pebbles.
Aww. Who
So,
wouldn't be?
we'll see whether that adoption works out, because obviously they're not adoption ready yet until they are spayed and neutered. So we'll see. We'll see if that works out. We're getting to the time of year when there's not as many kittens around, so I would imagine these guys will get snapped up in the new year.
I have a question about Phil.
Okay.
From Black Cat Lovers, Phil previously had surgery on his right eye. Does he have any vision issues with that eye? Will he need another surgery?
I don't think so. He doesn't seem to have any issues with it.
And
It's slightly smaller than his other eye,
Mhm.
and it does kind of tear up sometimes. But he has vision in it, and he shouldn't need another surgery.
no, Jessica looked at him like a month ago and said, no, he's fine.
I love Philip. He's my favorite boy.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. Okay.
Oh, and he just learned how to jump onto a
Yeah.
cube that's like as tall as this mushroom. So
Yeah.
he's reaching new heights.
He's reaching new heights. And then I don't know if you've noticed, but Lil has been walking fantastic as well. She's really learning how to walk around. She's been copying her brother. So we're just waiting for the right adopter for them. What else we got here? So
Sunny.
Penny is asking, when potential adopters are in the adoption centre, are they made aware of I can't read this, available kittens in the nursery, such as Mellow Maestro Coco? Yes, they are. Unfortunately, if they come in and they go to the adoption centre first, they're usually just blinded by kittens. And they usually see what they want in the adoption centre, unfortunately, before they get to us. But we try and get them at the gate first. But yeah, we have we actually have, including this room that the nursery takes care of, we have 40 cats and kittens. So that's a lot, and they're all adoptable. Even the CHs, even Blair, Corby, everybody's adoptable. So we have 40 that we're taking care of, and then the sanctuary has they run between 85 and 100 cats. So that's a lot of cats. And the adoption centre has usually around 20 kittens at any one time. So. Okay, when a family leaves the romper room, what happens to their items such as cat trees, toys, cardboard houses, beds, etc.? Do they go to the foster parents, the sanctuary, or donated? Normally we will offer them to the adopters. We've done that in the past. We give them a tree, or it really depends on how healthy the kittens have been. If we've had ringworm or any kind of other illnesses in here, we won't give them furniture. The furniture unfortunately gets thrown away because we don't want to risk any. It's really hard. You can't sanitize these trees, so we can't actually reuse them. But yeah, any toys that are specific to this group, like for instance the nature guys, they'll have like the log and the tree stumps and everything, the mushroom tree, they will be offered to the adopters. We try and reuse them. The cardboard houses get trashed. So,
Yeah,
they don't last very long, so we recycle those. And toys, general toys, yeah, we can, whatever can be washed and sanitized, we keep.
After every family, we deep clean the whole room, top to bottom.
So cute.
Mac in the adoption center, his potential father is asking, when we do blood work, do we get their blood types?
I don't
Like
know if they have a type. I don't think.
I don't think so
Because
either.
have a blood
I
type?
don't know. I'd Google that. I don't know.
I
if
don't
they
know.
have
I don't
blood
think we
types.
get them if it exists. That's not part of the blood test. That might be something that you get in genetic testing.
True. Yeah. Like
But
if you.
in a normal
Yeah.
blood test that we run, no, we're not running it to find out the blood type. Yeah.
There's one from Angel Kitty. Do we think Pebbles and Sandy were undernourished, or could they simply be petite cats?
They were probably just the runts.
Yeah.
Normally, when they have a big litter like this, there's usually one runt that you'll find that is much smaller than the others. Just because, they have it's such a big litter. She had 6 babies, so they can't all be the same size. But she had two runts. So I think that's all it was. I don't think they were malnourished as far as, I don't think they were not, like they weren't getting milk from her. I think they were just smaller.
I guess we're headless. Lori said, why are we watching Headless Lindsay
I
and
don't
Vanessa?
know.
I don't know. We didn't do it. I have no idea. Update on Johnny and Judy.
Oh, Johnny and Judy. Again, I've seen them recently. I just saw them this week. I think I already told you guys that Judy has FIP. And she is about 2 months into her treatment. She's doing fantastic.
And Frankie diagnosed her.
Yeah, our wonderful volunteer Frankie was the one that she was doing the pet sitting for them at the time, and she had concerns about how Judy was acting and stuff, so I kind of intervened and we did blood work while the parents were away, and we realized she has FIP, and we started the treatment, and the rest is history. But she's doing fantastic. Yeah, they're awesome. They love their new home. Their parents love them. They're doing great.
I have a photo of them. I don't know if I hold it up, if you guys will see it. This one.
Oh yeah, that's such a nice photo. That was taken yesterday.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but that's Johnny and Judy on
Yeah.
their couch.
Yeah. Yeah, they can get up on the couch. They sleep in bed with their people. Yeah.
That's so nice.
I think Johnny can get up into bed, but they have to lift Judy in. But yeah, she's probably not as mobile as Lil, actually.
Oh, really?
But he bounces
Zooms.
around. He zooms around
And
just
they
like
have
Phil does.
carpet so
Yeah.
they can grip better. Oh, that was a
That was
big jump.
nice. Yeah, thanks.
Big jump. Your face is getting so cute and fat.
And any word on Endora, Chewy, Johnny G. Chewy is now named Keiko. He's doing great.
He has an Instagram.
He does have an Instagram, but she hasn't done any posts
No,
on
she
it.
doesn't post up him often.
I don't know.
Sometimes she posts stories of
Yeah.
him.
Who has become your new office desk kitty? I don't really have a
Maybe
permanent
Blackbird.
one. Blackbird likes to get up there. Coco likes to sit above on the shelf above me. But I haven't had anybody replace Endora yet.
There's no
She's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
She says, Corby seems to have mellowed a little, at least on camera. What kind of personality does he really have behind the scenes? Corby is, how do we describe his personality?
He wants to be a lap cat, but he can't commit to it.
His favorite person is Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
He's always loved Stephanie, so when she comes in, he chirps at her, and he goes to sit on her shoulders, and they just have this love fest going on.
Mm-hmm.
I always said to Stephanie if ever she left, then she has to take Corby with her, and she knows that. That's like in her severance package. But yeah, he can be super sweet sometimes. I mean, he was my foster, and you know, we went through a lot together, me and Corby, because he was so sickly when I had him, and he wouldn't know it now the way he treats me. I think deep down he loves me.
And he's really scared of all men except Rick. He loves Rick.
Yeah, he gets very upset when new people come into the nursery and a stranger. I always say it's stranger danger. He runs away and hides. So he acts like the big alpha cat, you know, as far as the cats go. But with people, he's kind of a little bit timid. But he's kind of feisty as well. He's a feisty boy.
He's got a lot of attitude.
Yeah, but we love him. But he definitely is the alpha cat.
Yeah.
In the nursery. And because of him, we have to be really careful who we have as free roamers. He has in the past been a bit of a bully, and so we have to be careful that we don't get too many, I think, teen males is his kryptonite.
Which is weird because he does get along with Mello and Maestro.
Yeah. I think if they've grown up with him,
then he's fine with them.
fine with them. But if we bring in like a teenager, when we had Corsica and Crete, that did not go well. Yeah, and occasionally a female he might bully, like him and Diamond.
And now she's the bully of her house. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Diamond is a terrorist in her house.
Okay, what is Blair's personality behind the scenes?
Perfect.
Blair is so sweet.
The sweetest girl in the world.
She's such a sweet girl.
And so funny.
I just love when she gets to zoom in.
Yes.
She does her little butt with
Yes, she throws her butt around. She's a friend to all, and she loves orange kittens. And I don't know if it's because her brother was orange, but all the orange kittens she loves. And she loves to roll around on the plaza when we redo it in the morning. She's just the best.
Somebody else had a question about Blair. What was it?
And she's excited to open her Christmas present from Core West on Christmas.
Oh yeah, Chris in Seattle was asking, we mentioned at one point we were having custom-made diapers for Blair.
Oh yeah.
Are we still planning on it? Not really. The diapers didn't work out very well. They were custom-made and they were kind of expensive, but they just didn't work.
It's because she doesn't have a tail. It's hard for them to stay on.
Even they made like bows and special things to go on.
She just shimmied out of them.
It just didn't work for her. She's got kind of her body shape doesn't work well with diapers. So we kind of figured what we have to do with her is she just gets a butt bath every day.
And she hates it.
And sometimes twice a day.
Yeah.
So that's what we have to do. She seems to be leaving fewer messes. No, she's not.
No. You just probably don't see them like we do.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And then last thing at night.
Yeah, it's everywhere. But we love her.
Yeah. And then who's this? Penny's asking, how are the puffs doing health-wise? They seem more active to the viewers, so we're just curious. Health-wise, they're fine. Blossom had a dental the other day. They tend to get issues with their mouths. I think it's something to do with the CH. They do get like dental issues. And I think Iris has had a dental issue, and now Blossom has. So we just something that we keep an eye on. But yeah, health-wise they're doing fine. No issues. Although Iris and Aggie
Have crystals.
do have urinary crystals, yeah. And that could be because they sit around all day and they don't move much. And maybe there's something to do with their bladder why they get crystals. But really there's not much we can do for crystals in females, unless they get really bad that they get blocked, but they're not blocked. It just makes them go pee-pee more often, and then we have to put supplements in their food, make sure they get their food is watered down.
Yeah, we add water to all the pups' food since they can't drink water.
Yeah. And then, and Iris, of course, is allergic to her chicken, so she has to have rabbit. And we've just switched her rabbit food as well, because the other rabbit food was making her throw up.
It had too many vegetables in it.
Yeah, why they put vegetables in cat food, I don't understand, but anyway, she's now on a different rabbit food. So, but she likes, I mean, she likes all her food, it's just sometimes it doesn't like her. So,
She'll eat anything.
she has a good appetite, that's for sure. So, would you like this one?
Yes, okay.
Ah, okay. Hope has trouble telling Bramble Roots and Windy apart.
Mm.
Have we tried doing nail polish on them? Well, we do sometimes do nail polish on the kittens, but unfortunately when Mama grooms them a lot, the polish comes off.
This is Roots.
So what's the difference between Roots and...
So Roots has more brown to him, and then Windy and Roots look identical, but Windy has
She has a different...
orange in her cheeks.
But she also has, her fur is
Different.
different. She's
She's
really
lighter.
stripes.
Lighter and more spotted.
He's got more stripes.
He's more stripy, and then Bramble's asleep, but Bramble's dark brown. Oh, are you texting people on my phone? Please don't.
Don't touch my hair.
Bramble's dark brown, with stripes. Windy, I always just look at Windy's face and I see the orange, and I'm like, okay, that's Windy, not Roots. And Windy's a little bigger than Roots, but those are who we call the twins. They're not real twins. I don't even know if that's possible in cats.
Yeah, I don't know. But,
Yeah.
I don't know, I think Winston and Coach will.
Oh, twins? Yeah, that's true.
Couldn't tell them apart. Yeah. Okay, question about Gilda having his bowel movements better. Yeah, they're kind of better, but he has other issues today that we're going to get sorted out. Have you ever seen another mother cat nurse her kitten staying up? And why do you think she dances that way? I don't know.
Maybe to make room for all of them?
I've never seen the cat do it. It's the first time I've seen a mama cat.
Or maybe because she was used to being on alert outside, that she
Could
had to be
be.
ready to fight at a moment's notice,
Could be.
which is so sad.
Maybe it's just more comfortable for her. Not quite sure why. That was from Yarrow7. Asked that. And then Chris Reed in Seattle has some more questions. Here we go. Is anything in particular preventing Mello and Maestro from joining the ranks of the round-the-clock free Romans? Okay, so hot off the press. Stop the press. Mello and Maestro, as of today, will be free roamers.
Yay!
The reason why I had delayed doing this is because I want to make sure that they don't go trampling over the puffs when we're not here. We have to be really careful not to have too many free roamers that will, go running through Puff Plaza and annoy the puffs, because they can't get away from them and it's not fair. So we've got to make sure that whoever's out is not going to cause problems for them.
And then we also wanted to be able to monitor Maestro's bowel movements, because when he was little, he had basically the same issues as Gilly, but he has perfect poop, so.
Yeah, and then he's not allowed to have dry food because of his dietary issues, but that's fine because none of the others have dry food now.
Yeah.
So we can monitor that easier. We rely on you guys to let us know if you see them running through Puff Plaza and causing havoc. We need to know about it because then we might have to rethink giving them a sweet of their own.
And we'll probably put them away during puff feedings, just so they don't try and steal it.
Yeah, that's one thing we have to be careful of, that they don't bug them while they're eating, while they're sleeping. Because they don't have such a good quality of life as the other guys do, so we want to provide them with as much good quality of life as we can. And we know other kid is pestering them and they can't get away, so that's fine. So today they are going to be free roamers.
Yay!
We have another black kitty joined us. Another panther joined us yesterday. So there's going to be a few more roaming around.
Corn Pop.
His name's Corn Pop. He was a kitten that was rescued, I think the day before Giving Tuesday. So he didn't technically qualify as a Giving Tuesday kitten, but anyway, he's been in the sanctuary since then. And really, the sanctuary's not equipped for kittens, so I offered to take him.
He looks just like Mikael, especially with the eyes, but he's smaller. That's kind of the only way to tell them apart.
Yeah. On camera it's going to be hard for you guys to notice him. I tried to avoid putting collars on them because there's there could be some many hazards of getting the collars stuck anywhere. So
You guys have seen kittens get it stuck in their jaw when we had them in here.
and yeah, so we don't really want to resort to collars. Worst case, we'll do nail polish, but again, the nail polish rubs off really easily.
And probably can't even see it on camera.
Yeah. We could put a cute sweater on him.
That's true. Maybe one that has popcorn all over it.
Yeah. And then Chris is asking, where are we? Are there any types of treats and toys that you prefer not to receive for whatever reason? Toys with feathers are not usually a good idea, just because the kittens chew the feathers off and leave little pieces. The crinkle balls are not great because the puffs chew them, Blossom especially chews pieces off and she swallows it.
The foil ones. But those are Delilah's favorite.
But the giant ones she loves, the giant crinkle ones. Yeah.
Can't eat that.
Yeah. Treats, I mean, most cat treats are really not great. They're not very nutritious. So it's fine. Any treats are fine. Obviously Iris has to have rabbit treats, but other than that, everybody else can have anything. And she says, if we send items that need to be washed, should we look for things that can withstand a specific laundry protocol? Or i.e. hot wash or cold wash, whatever. Not really. The main thing really with sending items that, obviously we want stuff to be able to be washed. And the main thing is that it will fit in the washing machine. Sometimes when we have large beds, blankets are fine, but large beds, they will just about fit in the washing machine. But then
that's the whole load.
That's all that will fit in there, and then it just gets.
And we only have one washer dryer for nursery.
So that's the only thing. Nothing more specific than that. It just needs to be able to be washed. Watch the toes, mister.
You're really filling out, you know that?
And then she says she's in groups and online forums for owners of animals with CH. Do we follow those groups? We try to. I have been on the groups in the past. If I'm looking for tips, for instance, I think that's how we were able to find their bowls. I went onto a forum and was looking around to see what other bowls people were using. And I saw the silicone bowls, and that's right. So that was that. And then I think when we were looking for carts, I went on there and I looked to see if anybody had any good ideas. So yeah, we do know of those groups.
And you guys probably don't see because we feed them in the kitchen, but Phil uses the feeder and he loves it. The second he sees that come down from the top of the sweets, he runs in there and waits for his food.
That feeder is great. Yeah, that's really great. That feeder came from Etsy.
Someone makes them.
And then she says, have we ever been contacted by individuals or rescuers for advice about caring for CH? Yes, we have. I've even loaned, I didn't get it back, a cart. We loaned a cart to a rescue before for a CH kitten. Never got it back.
Oh.
But it was a kitten
Must have
cart.
worked.
We don't even need it now, so that's fine. And then Brenda is asking how much Aggie weighs because she looks smaller than the other pups. Interestingly, she's not the smallest. I could open it up to a competition to see if you guys want to guess who's the smallest, who's the biggest. But Aggie is not the smallest. So how about that? I've got their weights, so why don't we have that as a little contest?
Who weighs the biggest?
You can tell me who is the biggest, who's the smallest, and I'll report back. What else? I think that's all my questions.
How can you not take Pebbles home?
Who?
Us.
Oh, because I already have 4 cats.
Yeah. I'm in a studio. I've got 2 cats and a dog. If I could take 2 more, it'd be Mel and Maestro.
I have 4 cats and 1 dog.
The inn is full. Black Cat Lover said the caretakers are awesome and work so hard. Is there a head caretaker? There is not. We're all the same. Lindsay's our lead.
But yes, everybody works very, very hard here. And as I said, we have a lot of cats to take care of. There are 40 at the last count. So yeah, it's a lot. So if you ever really want to know anything about any other kittens, please post on the board. I will try and get to it on the board, but the easiest way is to just send in an email to explorer@kittenrescue.org, because I see all of those questions. I don't always look at the board every day, I just don't get time. But yeah, if you have specific questions about anybody, I will try and answer.